Alternative gonna give you what you asking for. Naturally yours, but educate the most. Hottest in the game, here to fix you on. Come learn this business, welcome to Twinness. Alternative gonna give you what you asking for. Naturally yours, but educate the most. Hottest in the game, here to put you on. Come learn this business, welcome to Twinness. We're glad you're tuning in on the latest tip. Alternative salon, keep your head lit. And naturally yours, got your custom fit. Teacher Benson, Tanika, keep your wig drip. TNT, double up the impact, call it Twinness. Hottest hairstylist in the business. Keeping topics fresh for your listening. Black owned, woman independent. Like fishes hold it down on your imaging. Whether professional or apprenticeship. Showing culture love just to get you right. Black is beautiful, always shining bright. Alternative gonna give you what you asking for. Naturally yours, but educate the most. Hottest in the game, here to put you on. Come learn this business, welcome to Twinness. Alternative gonna give you what you asking for. Naturally yours, but educate the most. Hottest in the game, here to put you on. Come learn this business, welcome to Twinness.
Well, hello. This is Tisha McDonald here, Alternatives TV Studio.
And this is Tanika Gillard. I am naturally yours. I can't hear the echo, but we're in the same house, different rooms. Welcome.
Yes, so I am visiting Tanika in Alabama, and so that's why you guys are getting a little feedback. I first want to say, give my condolences to Shaquilla's family. The funeral was yesterday. Today's Sunday. Yeah, the funeral was yesterday, and I just feel so bad about the story. If you haven't heard, she was in Cabo with her friends, and her friends killed her, and there's going to be a large investigation. But I just feel bad for that family. So if we could just say a prayer for them, because it's the holidays. You go on vacation, you expect to come back. So
Yes, I agree with that, but I'm also going to send condolences, not really condolences, but grievances, I guess, maybe, to those who thousands of people have lost their jobs from different companies, including Amazon, Meta, Twitter, so many tech people who went to school for this or who just have the natural gift for computer software and things like that have lost their jobs right before the holiday season. And I saw a post in my feed that said, welcome to the fourth quarter, time for layoffs, So even though as business owners, we look at the fourth quarter as revenue producing, I feel sorry for those who lost their jobs during the holiday season. It's about to be winter, cold, inflation,
Nikki, I think either you should come in here with me or I should come with you so that we are not echoing for the audience.
Well, I have more than enough space in here.
All right. Guys, Tanika is going to log off and we're going to appear together in one screen. So yes, what Tanika was saying is a big deal as well, because there's a lot of companies that's laying off. And those are three major companies: Twitter, Facebook, and it was three that delete Twitter, Facebook, and Amazon. And those are major tech jobs. And so, yeah, we tell our kids, oh, tech is where it's at. That's where you need to go. STEM is where you need to go. However, now all these people are losing their jobs. So let's just keep them in mind as well. So here we are. And I want to give a shout out to my aunt, Aunt Beverly. She turned 75, and we just want to say happy birthday. All right, let's get into it now. So we are here, and we are keeping it light and lively with you guys because our families are here together. We're here to celebrate, and we just want to know, where are you with your New Year's planning?
I have to say, I'm not even finished with my this year planning.
Okay. We still got a couple weeks.
We still got a couple of weeks, but when it comes to rainbows, that's where I'm not pushing through like I need to. And I really probably will get into that later on this week because it is the fourth quarter, because I need to be getting things out on her behalf. So I need to be a little bit more vigilant when it comes to rainbows. Everybody knows Naturally Yours, but I need to do a little bit more when it comes to rainbows.
Okay. And you know, I could say I've been very busy this last quarter because now I'm teaching and everything. I haven't spent enough time with alternatives. No, I'm at the salon, but I mean online. I haven't done as much as I need to do with alternatives. So, but I'm getting back into it.
Yeah. So at the end of the year, like I don't wait to the end of the year to plan for the next year. I think this is the perfect time to start planning for next year, whether that's personal goals, spiritual goals, or financial goals. Because next year is going to be something big with our kids both graduating, us turning 50 years old. So we got a lot to plan for next year. But then we have to think about our businesses. And so I think for me, next year's big goal, and I think I've started that this year with the blogging, is getting the word out about rainbows. Like I tell people all the time, everyone already knows Naturally Yours. Naturally Yours is known in Birmingham, Alabama, but I need to focus more on rainbows and getting awareness out about the special needs community. And so that'll be my goal for next year.
Okay. And guys, we're coming to you and we are barefaced and everything. You know why? Because I literally just got in from traveling. So no time for makeup and all of that. Just came in and got right on the computer. We even started a few minutes late. So Tanika, I'm ready for next year. My calendar is ready for next year. And I'm here because you're going to help me learn some stuff that I need to know. I'm not going to put it out on the air, but I already told you what you needed to help me with. Yes. So I have to remind her after the broadcast because I need to learn some of the things that she's learning, and then I can move on from there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, if you could teach me a crochet stitch or two, that'll be helpful.
Yet again, guys, I've showed her so many times how to do these crochet, just this one chain, it's ridiculous that I have to keep repeating this.
It's the adding on to the trim. So anyway, so we have to start getting our revenue goals in order and what goals, what we want to get. And then you need to be measuring those goals because it's okay to write the goal. And y'all see, I need to do some weight loss goals, but I don't do that for like a New Year's resolution. That's not one of my things. But little steps, drinking more water because y'all know I hate water. And just little things that I can do for myself to make myself better for next year, stronger, healthier for my family. But you have to be able to measure those goals and make sure that you're meeting the goal, because just to write it down doesn't mean nothing if you don't put those steps in place to make sure that you are meeting that goal. And if you don't meet the goal, what are you going to do? How are you going to readjust it to meet that goal?
And what do you mean measurement to meet the goal? Do you mean what do you mean?
So if I say I want to make 50 hair bows by a certain date, how many bows do I need to make each day or by the end of the week? You could do the same thing with finances. If I say I want to make $200 today, what am I doing to make sure that I'm promoting to make my $200? And if I didn't make my $200 today, do I quit at the end of the day? Do I keep going further until I meet the goal, or do I add that balance over to the next day along with what the goal is for that day? So we're just meeting those goals and making sure that they're realistic goals. Because if I say I want to do $200 by the end of the day, but I don't have enough followers, or I don't put the advertisement out, I'm not going to make the $200 at the end of the day if I don't do what I'm supposed to do to meet the goal.
And guys, it's not always the amount of followers you have, it's the way you target your market. So it's not necessarily, I only have 10 followers, but those followers can also spread the word. And I want to say, give a shout out, and she's probably not going to see this, but maybe she will. Shirley Martin, her relative came to visit from Jersey, and she loved the smell of my hair oils. So she was like, can we stop by? What time are you at the salon until? Can we stop by and purchase a hair oil. So even though I don't know her cousin, she brought her over to purchase a hair oil. And then I was able to give her a little sample of another fragrance of the hair oil so that now she may purchase that one as well. So it's not necessarily the followers, but getting your word out, getting the name out. Your reputation means a lot. Referrals. And this is how you get it. And if you are going to do like online marketing and stuff, what is your budget? Because we already know the more you increase your budget, the more return you hope to get back. Not necessarily the case, but at least it gets your name out there
Right.
to more people, even if they don't purchase.
Right.
But you want to turn those leads into conversions.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, I do, I'm in a lot of classes or whatever, and just having those people to see your stuff like Pinterest is really doing great by me right now.
And that's what she has to help me with.
Okay. And I'm getting a lot of leads on there. But now it's time for me to go in and say, hey, how you doing? Thank you for pinning my post, sharing it, liking it, reading my blog, because, everything that I do is attached to a special need. So, and I think that's really my number one mission. I mean, I'm a one-man show, but that's really what I'm advocating for the special needs moms. And I have to say, I'm glad that my family is here this year because I know that there's special needs families that don't have family or won't be around family. And we know that even with my daughter, some of the activities that we have planned, we have to adjust or alter to meet her special need. And so I'm thankful for my family for being understanding and patient towards that. We can't do Wakanda forever with the family. We can't do Black Panther with the family, but we will be there. And we'll probably be in a different theater watching something else, something soft and mild for Rain, but just to have family here because at this stage, and I'm totally off topic, but this is really important to say for my special need mommies because when Rain was small, I was able to go to different houses, but Rain is older and we're not able to make those trips out like we used to be able to do. We don't even get the invitations like that anymore. And I know a lot of special need families suffer with that. They we don't get invited, they don't want my kid around, and so it just is a little bit more challenging during the holidays. So I want to say thank you to my family for being here. Thank you to my friends that would invite me, but now we can't because it's more challenging. But back to our goals for 2023.
Well, what a segue. But this is Tisha, Alternatives Beauty Studio.
Tanika Gillard, I am naturally yours.
And we're coming together because it was an echo when we were in separate rooms. So now we just decided to come into one room and you guys get to see us together on this live. So we were talking about making your goals and making them attainable and taking them from a large to bite-sized pieces. Because I have a lot of goals for this year coming. Well, next year coming, I have a lot of goals. And like Tanika said, my daughter is graduating, my son is graduating high school, and then her son is graduating as well, high school. And then we have the big 5-0. But, and the businesses that I'm having, they are separate businesses. And I just thought of another one today, actually, as I was driving here. And I'm like, you know what? Me in the cosmetology world, it opens up so many different avenues. And now I have another goal or something I'm thinking about in mind. And so I'm going to put that down and I'm going to write, how will I scale this? How can I do this? But it's not something for today because you can have long-term goals. And it's not something that I would want to do like next year because I have my other things that is in mind. But this could be a future plan. And so you can even write those down and say, when do you want it done? I have written down the classes that I want to do this year. When do I want to do them? And it's all about the planning and timing. I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago, I had paid for a new website to be made for Alternatives just for the workshops. However, that fell through, and you got to think of things not only this is what I want to do, but what happens when a challenge or things doesn't go your way, what is going to be your fallback? So my fallback was just to, instead of making another website, add pages to my current website. And whoever sees that, sees that. If my clients want to know, then they'll know. But it's really specific for people who don't know. But again, that comes with my targeting, with my advertising. So there's always a ram in the bush, as they say. And so we're just going to do the website. We're just going to add pages to my current website for the people who want to take my classes. So,
and you know, we was talking about expanding where you spend your dollars. Like everyone knows, I am a Facebook girl. Like I do all my ads on Facebook and things like that. If y'all didn't know, y'all who was here last week knew that I couldn't log on with my sister. So I had to go through YouTube and comment in the sections because I was kicked off of Facebook. And for that reason, now I have to learn. I'm not a other platform girl, but I'm gonna learn some of the other platforms because being in the one, and then I got cut off from the one, I kind of fell away because I do a lot on the one platform. And so now I have to expand myself and diversify where I am. That way I don't feel like I'm in a nutshell again. You know, even though I spend money on this platform, and even though I have 4 pages on this platform, I just can't get stuck again like I was.
yes, and that's true. And that's why it's good to be on several different platforms. And the audiences are different on several different platforms. So I'm learning 2 more platforms now. I'm going to be getting into 2 more platforms because it's important to expand and keep yourself knowledgeable. Even though I feel like, oh, I'm getting older now, I can't keep up. But it's our job as business people to keep up. And if you don't know something, you hire someone else that can do it for you. And so I'm hiring someone else who can help me learn these platforms.
Yeah. So this is Tanika Gillard. I am Naturally Yours.
Tisha McDonald, Alternatives Beauty Studio.
And this is another segue off, but Tisha's going to be helping me work this week at Naturally Yours. So I'm excited about that. We start every day, 8 a.m.
See, I come for vacation, but I'm here to work. And that's a good thing as well, because depending on what you do for a living, it's versatile. You can take it wherever you go. So if I was a plumber, I can take my plumbing skills wherever I want to go. It's something to be said about skills. You know, once you have a skill, you can take it with you anywhere. No one is going to take that away from you. But if you're working at a specific, then that's kind of harder to rebuild or repurpose or to, you know, but when you have a skill, it follows you.
Not only that, but see, 2023, we planning our goals. That's something that you could put in your plan. I'm going on vacation this many times a week in 2023, like that.
This many times a year.
This many times a year. So you could put that in your goal. I want to go vacation. I have a friend who's in Greece right now. So I want to go here or there, even if it's somewhere local. I want to visit Texas. Texas is a big state. So I want to visit Texas, you know, so you could put that in on your goal and make that a non-negotiable.
Girl, please. Last year I was working only 3 days a week. What is your goal? If your goal is to work 3 days a week, if you're an entrepreneur, I was only working Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was off 4 days and only working the 3. So, and then when you do something like that, you want to know how much do you want to make per day? What's going to be able to sustain? Plus, you know, because you have your bills, but you have your plus, and what are you going to be able to save, and what are you going to be able to reinvest? So you want to break down. If like me, I only worked 3 days a week last year, and so you have to make sure that you can do more than just cover your basics or do more than just cover your expenses. So how much do you need to make per day in order to continue the lifestyle that you want? And that your family may need. Like I have, you know, 3-4 kids, you know, and they are all in some kind of a sport. My daughter, she's in cheerleading. My son, he's in wrestling and in football, and they have trips and this, that. So you have to make sure when you are scheduling out your year, that you plan for some of the unexpecteds as well, because
Yeah.
life happens and you have to make sure that you're prepared for life.
Sometimes we're not prepared, but that's the whole thing. It's unexpected. But certain things you can't have in place just in case. But that's another topic for another day.
Hey, Renee. Renee, as you know, she's on here quite often. And Renee, I need to talk to you about one of my ventures that I was just talking about or mentioning. I didn't say what it was because I have some questions. But also, Renee is my product maker. And I was just saying to you guys how a client bought some oil from me. And then her family member came up to visit and was like, I love the oil. Can I get some from wherever you got it from? And she brought it to the salon last Saturday to buy some oil from me. Renee, what I need is some travel size oils, please. I was able to give her a lavender. Sorry, see, this is all business, and you get to see this in real time. Small lavender and lemongrass travel size tubes that you had made me before as testers or as giveaways. Thank you. Before I forget. And I'll be coming to you sometime this week to pick up the oils that's on order. Okay.
This is Twinness, and Tisha does this every other week. She's putting in an order online. That is not what this is for. Anyway, thank you guys for joining Twinness. We are just hitting on some topics. Look at this. Feeding in messages. We're just talking about 2023 goals and how we're preparing now for 2023, whether it's personal, fitness, finance, family vacation, personal vacation. Sometimes we need to schedule ourselves a personal vacation.
New business ventures.
Yes. Just think about those things that you want to plan out. You should have different categories and what you want to do in those categories and how you're going to make those goals attainable for yourself, for your family, what new skills you want to add. We're always learning something. So what new skills you want to add, what you can enhance on the skills that you already have. So let's think about those things for the upcoming year.
There's 2 classes I would like to take. And this is just feeding back off of Tanika, because now I'm a teacher at Empire Beauty School, Lehigh Valley. That's where I am. They do give us continuing education courses and some of the things you want to learn on your own. So I can't say the name of the company who they use, but I'm looking further into that company to learn how to do the Q-tip weaves. But I'm also interested in learning the eyelashes, which is another thing that is offered but different. And so I have to put into my schedule, when will I have time to learn these skills? They give it to us in continuing education, but I need to learn outside of them because I want to know more. When I go into something, I want to go in depth. I need to go all the way in. And so I need to figure that out in my schedule. Now, that's something new that just came to me, but I've been researching as I was driving up here, and I'm trying to see when can I fit it in besides what the school offers.
I have to piggyback, Tisha. I'm sorry, y'all. You were saying about preparing for life, like life things. My son is going to be 18. He's graduating high school. And I really will have to readjust next year because it will technically really just be me and my daughter here, because he'll be working, I hope, and having a decent job and going to work. And so I can't infringe on his life because of my life, so that is a lifestyle change that is going to take place that I'm going to have to prepare for. So I have to really consider that.
Yeah. And so it's those 2 classes I would like to take this year, but I'm looking at the conflict of, and so I have to wait until next year when they put out their new schedule for the classes, so that I can be able to adjust my schedule. And plus, you guys know I do a lot of, we were asked to come back to the Natural Hair Show.
Yes, we were asked to come back to the Natural Hair Show, but I think, and this is important, you guys, my focus is rainbows, and I'm not sure if the Natural Hair Show is a platform for her. It would be for our businesses, Naturally Yours and Alternatives, but I'm not sure that it's a platform for rainbows. So I'm not sure if I would invest in that. I think I'm just going to invest in things that benefit rainbows.
Exactly.
And getting her message out.
But it's just nice to be invited.
It is.
So, guys, this is Tisha and Tanika. We are Twinness, and we're just trying to see what are you guys up to for the new year. Have you started planning? What is your, well, we're not asking you what is your plans, but we're telling you that we've already started planning, and I pretty much have my whole year planned out, except for those little tweaks that are in between, like these 2 classes that I would like to take, and maybe a new business venture in the future, not today. Um, and that's pretty much it. How are you going to plan out for life? How are you going to break down into bite-sized pieces how much you want to make a week? How are you going to start marketing this year and everything like that?
What's your budget?
What's your budget? And like I said, I had a setback because I really was supposed to be doing some Black Friday specials. But now that my website didn't take off, didn't even get done, now I have to double back and now create pages on my current website since that did not happen.
And we got to put our topics together for next year. We already know Foster Care the Fabulous comes in February, but we got to get our topics together for next year.
True indeed. And you know what, guys? We'll be doing that before I even leave here this week. So that's going to be complete before I even leave here. But that's something that we do every year.
Yep. Well, it was good chatting with you guys. I have a happy Thanksgiving. Be careful, be safe, enjoy, support small businesses.
Yes, yes, yes. And I echo that. We will see you next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
I travel back, and then we're back online with you. And again, you see, I just got here. We had no time. We started a little late, and but we want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for catching the replay. This is Tisha and Tanika. We are Twinness. Good night.
Good night.